Good evening. So today we will be discussing animal essays. Okay. And
Okay.
yeah. And here the very first essay in front of you is uh, animals are in danger of extinction. Some people say that we should protect only those animals which are useful to humans. Do you agree or disagree? Now here, this essay is that only those animals should be protected which are useful to humans. So is it easy to agree or disagree?
It is easy to disagree in this case.
It's very easy to disagree.
This essay is easy to disagree
Yes, it is
because
easy to disagree. You should strongly disagree with this, and you should say that all animals are useful to humans directly or indirectly. So it is wrong to say that only those animals which are useful to humans should be conserved. We should conserve all animals. Okay. So the ideas for this essay are very easy, and we'll read this whole essay because animal essays can be discussed in one day. There are not very many animal essays, so we'll go through them and we'll discuss all these essays. Okay. It is believed by some that out of all the endangered animals, only those should be conserved which are beneficial for humans. This is paraphrasing. Then this is my thesis statement. I believe that all animals have direct or indirect effect on mankind, and so steps should be taken to protect all animals. Is it, did I have to write that I strongly disagree? I didn't write I strongly disagree, but is my statement implying clearly that I strongly disagree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is a good statement. It is a two-sentence introduction, and it's a good introduction. Okay. Now, the most important reason for saving all animals is that they are part of our ecosystem. Every species of wildlife plays a role to maintain the balance of life on Earth. Thus, the loss of any species can affect us directly or indirectly. For example, there are many bat species that are becoming extinct. Such bats help keep the insect population in control. If these bats die, then the insects will increase a lot and destroy our crops. So we will have nothing to eat. In addition, many animals like rodents help in the dispersal of plant seeds and in the pollination of plants. By protecting endangered animals, we ensure not only their survival, but also the biodiversity that is necessary for the ecological health of the planet. So basically, this is one point that every species has a role. Every species has a role, and I've given two examples. I've given the example of bats. Obviously, हमें लगेगा bats are not important. Okay? But bats are also important. They eat insects. If bats were not there, there would be too many insects. They would eat our crops, and we'll have nothing to eat. So all animals play a role. Similarly, rodents like mice, they disperse plant seeds, help in pollination. So that is we also preserve the biodiversity and ecological health of the planet. Secondly, wild animals provide many valuable substances such as medicine and fur. The horn of the rhinoceros has medicinal value, and the fur of mink is very valuable. The recreational viewing of animals at zoos is also a source of revenue. Thus, the financial value of wild species is important to the economies of many nations. Furthermore, wild animals have aesthetic appeal. They are beautiful creatures of nature and are a part of our biodiversity. Their beautiful and mysterious life has enchanted mankind since the dawn of evolution. Scientists have been awed by observing their behavior. Awed means to awe, to you know,
To surprise?
no, not surprised. Like you awe somebody means you respect them, and you place them in high esteem.
Okay.
That is the meaning of awe. This is AWE. A feeling of reverential respect mixed with fear or wonder. Wonder. Respect filled with wonder. Okay? Scientists have been awed. ठीक है? Awe. Awe. Okay? Be in awe of means respect, to that extent. They were both awed by the vastness of the forest. Itna vast, matlab surprised in a good way, like, okay? That is odd. Okay. Such study has helped scientists understand how the human body functions and why people behave as they do. Scientists have also gained medicinal knowledge by studying the effect of many drugs on these animals. So all animals are important. To sum up, it can be reiterated that saving all the animal species on the verge of extinction is well justified. All animals have direct or indirect relation to humans. So we should not work to save only those few species which have a visible effect on humans. So what I mean to say is that all animals have an effect on human. We should not save only those which have a visible effect on humans. Okay. Now, I haven't written this essay, but it will have the same points. We'll read the topic. Some animal species, such as the dinosaurs and dodos, became extinct as a result of natural causes. So this is a fact, you know how dinosaurs die, they became extinct. There was a meteor which fell and all dinosaurs died. There are theories. And this is natural cause, okay, not because of humans. So many species have become extinct because of natural causes. And examples, they've given two examples, dinosaurs and dodos. Both are extinct now. Now they say that because this is there, thus extinction is a normal part of the world's evolution. So extinction is normal, and so action should not be taken to preserve the disappearance of today's endangered animals. So there should be no action taken to preserve any endangered animal because this is normal. That is what they mean. Do you agree or disagree? In this essay, also, what is easy to do?
Ma'am, to disagree.
Obviously, disagree, and all the points which we have done in the above essay, they will come because all animals are important. It is not that we should not, because it's natural, let them die. And now you can write that now it is well known that animals are dying because of human activity. So it is our moral responsibility to conserve these animals. Earlier it was not so. Populations भी कम थी, human activity इतनी बुरी थी नहीं कि animals का नुकसान हो. But now animals are dying because of human activity. And so humans को उनको save करना चाहिए. समझ आ गया ऐसे?
Yes, ma'am. They are facing forced extinction.
Yes, yes. So that we should, the points will be the same, why they should be saved. And then you just have to add this, that human activity is doing it. So you strongly disagree in this essay also. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Somebody is asking me, people, skeleton work in every essay. There are skeletons for all types of essays. Go through the past classes, you will find. Okay? And they work in that type of essay. Now, this is another essay. Many animal species in the world are becoming extinct nowadays. Some people say that countries and individuals should protect these animals from dying out, while others say we should concentrate more on the problems of human beings. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Now, this is a discuss essay. Okay, in this we also have to give the view of those who are saying कि animals को अभी छोड़ो, animals को पीछे बिठाओ, कार की पिछली सीट दे दो, और उनको ह्यूमन प्रॉब्लम्स को करो पहले एड्रेस. तो आपने उनका पैरा तो बनाना ही बनाना है, because this is a discuss essay. Okay, so we'll read this essay and you will learn how to address the same essay in a discuss format in which you have to put the views of those people. Obviously, आपका view क्या है? First side or second side? First side, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि we should preserve these animals. और आपको सारे points पता है. You have done them in the two essays above. All right. So here, let's see. It is believed by some people that the animal species which are on the verge of extinction should be conserved. whereas others argue that human problems should be given priority. In this essay, I'll discuss both perspectives. I believe that animal conservation is very important for humans. The main reason why some people are in favor of saving endangered species is that these species are part of our ecological chain. The removal of a single species can set off a chain reaction affecting many others. For example, the grey wolf was once on the verge of extinction, but now has been restored to Yellowstone National Park. Because of that, all other animals which were dying have come back, and so saving one species has led to benefit many other species which would have otherwise also gone into extinction. So see here, grey wolf, I've given the example of grey wolf. Now it's a very long example if you have to put it in detail, but I have just condensed the example. The grey wolf in the Yellowstone National Park, it was on the verge of extinction. What happened? Their numbers became very less. So these wolf, they eat elk. Elk is an animal, and elk numbers grew because this gray wolf numbers became very less. So when the elk numbers grew, they ate all the shrubs and trees. What happened? The shrubs and trees which were giving shade to the spring water, the water became warm. Many water species died, and many other species living on those shrubs and trees, they also died. Their numbers became very less. You can understand it was a chain reaction. So this, when the gray wolf numbers were restored by selective breeding, or everything got back to normal. Okay, so this is a very long example, but I've just condensed it. For example, the gray wolf was once on the verge of extinction, but now has been restored to Yellowstone National Park. Because of that, all other animals which were dying have come back, and so saving one species has led to benefit many other species which would have otherwise also gone into extinction. On the other hand, those who say that the government should, यहाँ पे ना आप वो बैट वाला एग्जाम्पल और rodents वाला एग्जाम्पल भी दे सकते हो, जरूरी नहीं है ये वाला दो. You have done those example, तो मैंने एक नया एग्जाम्पल डाल दिया. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
You can give the same example. You need not add this new example. On the other hand, those who say that the government should focus on other more pressing issues instead of endangered species argue that in many countries, human beings are still suffering from poverty, famine, epidemics, and natural disasters. Okay? If the limited government budget is allocated to animal conservation, many people will face huge difficulty making a living. Therefore, many people believe that protecting basic human rights should be the top priority of these countries. So basically, this is the view of those people who say that human problems should be addressed first. Is it easy to make this paragraph? Obviously, you just have to say that they say that all this is happening, and so these problems should be addressed first. Now I have made my paragraph also. I believe that animal conservation is not an option but a necessity. मैंने ये डाला है कि option नहीं है कि करो कि नहीं करो. It is a necessity, ये जरूरी है. Not only are animals vital to the ecosystem, they also directly benefit humans. For example, in the field of medicine, the venom of cobra is being used in some anti-cancer drugs. Furthermore, small animals like butterflies, bees, birds aid in pollination. So conservation of these animals is vital for food production. In conclusion, protecting wildlife is of great significance as it is a vital cornerstone of the survival and future development of mankind. It is a well-known adage that animals gone, plants gone, humans gone. ये बहुत छोटी सी quotation है तो मैंने डाल दी. Normally I don't put any quotations in the essays. All right. So is the essay clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is another essay, similar essay. I've not written this essay, but this essay is also this essay can also come, has been seen because the ideas are so similar. I didn't write it. Some people hold the view that we should spend money and time on the protection of wild animals, while others argue that the money should be spent on populations living in the poorest areas of the world. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So, isn't it the same essay in a way? It's in the discuss format only. And one side is saying conserve wild species, other is saying look into the poor areas where human beings are suffering. And so you have to discuss both. Okay. Let's see this essay. Some people say that too much attention and resources are given to protect wild animals and birds. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Now, some people say, अब इस पे जोर दो, too much attention. What does it mean? If I explain in Hindi, कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि वाइल्ड एनिमल्स और बर्ड्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा अटेंशन दी जा रही है, बहुत ही ज्यादा पैसा खर्च किया जा रहा है. डू यू एग्री और डिसएग्री?
डिसएग्री.
डिसएग्री. फिर क्या लिखोगे डिसएग्री करके?
कि जितना भी किया जा रहा है वो कम है, और
हाँ,
भी करना.
बिल्कुल भी जितना किया जा रहा है वो कम है. तो वाइल्ड आपने ये लिखना है कि वाइल्ड एनिमल्स एंड बर्ड्स
Ma'am,
इतने इम्पोर्टेंट है, दे आर सो इम्पोर्टेंट दैट whatever is being spent on them can never be too much. वो कभी too much हो ही नहीं सकता. ठीक है?
यस मैम.
हाँ. So in recent times, we'll read this essay also. जो छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स है ना, मैंने इस बार आपको नेचर नर्चर करा दिया है, और क्या करवाया था, इस छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स कवर कराए हैं थोड़े से. इन रिसेंट
मैम
टाइम.
यही ऐसे आया था 25 नवंबर को जब मैं अपीयर हुआ था उसमें आइल्स में.
Okay, okay. Okay. In recent times, there has been a great hue and cry over the money and efforts being spent on conservation of wild animals and birds. However, I disagree with the given statement that a lot is being done for them. I believe that whatever is done for them can never be too much. It has been rightly said that animals gone, trees gone, humans gone. Okay? The most important reason for saving wild animals and birds is that they are part of our ecosystem. Every species of wildlife plays a role to maintain the balance of life on Earth. Thus, the loss of any species can affect us directly or indirectly. For example, there are many bat species that are becoming extinct. Such bats help a lot. Such bats help keep the insect population in control. If these bats die, then the insects will increase and a lot and destroy our crops. So we will have nothing to eat. In addition, मैं ये वही वाला पैरा है, आपको पता चल गया है क्यों बचाना है हमको उनको. ठीक है? Secondly, valuable substances, again the same. Thirdly, wild animals have aesthetic appeal. What is aesthetic appeal?
Beauty, ma'am, related to.
Yes, what looks good to the eye. Okay, they are beautiful creatures of nature and are part of our biodiversity. Their beautiful and mysterious life has enchanted mankind since the dawn of evolution. Scientists have been awed by observing their behavior. Such study has helped scientists understand how the human body functions and why people behave as they do. Scientists have also gained medical knowledge by studying the effect of many drugs on these animals. To sum up, the resources spent on these animals and plants are well justified. Wildlife is Mother Nature's greatest treasure. To protect it, we must take every measure. Okay? Poem hai ye to. Wildlife is Mother Nature's greatest treasure. To protect it, we must take every measure. चलो, समझ आ गया ऐसे?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There is another similar essay. Wild animals have no place in the 21st century and their protection is a waste of resources. To what extent do you agree or disagree? What will you do?
To disagree.
Strongly disagree, है ना? And write
Strongly
the
disagree.
importance of the. Now look at this essay. Human activities have negative effects on plant and animal species. Human activities का plant and animal species पे negative effect है. Some people think it is too late to do anything about this problem. Others believe that effective measures can be taken to improve the situation. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay? अब discuss ऐसे है, एक तो उन्होंने fact दे दिया है कि human activities का negative effect है on the plant and animal species. This is a fact. Now there are two views of people. Some people think बहुत देर हो चुकी है, बहुत नुकसान हो चुका है, अब कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Some people think it is too late to do anything about this problem. और दूसरे लोग कहते हैं अभी भी बहुत कुछ किया जा सकता है सिचुएशन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए. अब दोनों व्यूज डिस्कस करने हैं. जो लोग कहते हैं कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता, उनका एक पैरा बनाना है. जो लोग कहते हैं अभी भी बहुत कुछ किया जा सकता है, उनका एक पैरा बनाना है. Let's see. Some people believe that damage done by humans to some animals and plant species is irreversible and we can do nothing. Whereas others persist that effective measures can alleviate the current situation. This essay intends to examine both perspectives. However, I believe a difference can still be made if actions are taken immediately. मेरा मानना है कि अभी भी बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं अगर immediate action ले. समझ आ गया इससे?
जी मैम.
One of the arguments given by people who think that it is too late to save the animal and plant species is that human activities like deforestation, pollution, and overpopulation have already accelerated out of control. This has resulted in climate change, which has led to the extinction of many animal and plant species. They further claim that thousands of endangered animals have already died because of poaching. Poaching hoti hai illegal hunting. Ever increasing demand for animal products like elephant tusks and rhino horns has made the situation even worse and uncontrollable. Okay, वो कहते हैं बहुत लेट है, बहुत कुछ हो चुका है, डिफॉरेस्टेशन इतनी हो चुकी है, एनिमल्स पोल्यूशन इतनी है, ओवर पॉपुलेशन है, तो ये एक्सेलरेट हो गया, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल, क्लाइमेट चेंज आ गया, बहुत से एनिमल्स एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए, प्लांट्स एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए, थाउजेंड्स endangered animals ऑलरेडी डाई हो गए, endangered ऑलरेडी एक्सटिंक्ट हो चुके हैं बिकॉज ऑफ पोचिंग. ठीक है, और ये सिचुएशन के लिए अब कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता. On the other hand, many believe that humans can take simple steps to minimize their impact on plant and animal. Afforestation. What is afforestation?
To grow forest again.
Yes, again, yes. Can help reverse the effects of global warming and also restore natural wildlife habitats. Heavier penalties on wildlife traffickers and poachers is another way to save the endangered species. For example, Indian government was able to save the Royal Bengal tiger from extinction by banning hunting and settling up wildlife preserves throughout the country. Wildlife reserves. I believe that saving these animals and plants may seem like an overwhelming task. बहुत मुश्किल लग सकता है, but if everyone pitches in, पर हर कोई अपना हिस्सा डाले, the situation can still be reversed. For example, air pollution, another contributor to climate change, can be controlled if people take simple steps like walking or taking public transportation instead of driving. Using plastic-free alternatives can help save our oceans and the marine animals and plants. Going paperless can save our trees and forests. To sum up, although human activities have done a lot of harm to the animal and plant species, it is still not too late to make a difference. All right. Now, this is another animal essay. Far too little has been done to prevent animals and plants from dying out, although people have been aware of this problem for a long time. अब ये ऐसे कह रहा है कि लोग अवेयर हैं कि एनिमल्स जो है वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो रहे हैं, इनकी प्रॉब्लम है, पर फिर भी बहुत कम किया जा रहा है इनको बचाने के लिए. अभी तक किया जा चुका है इनको बचाने के लिए, चाहे लोग बहुत देर से अवेयर हैं कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, पर इनको बचाने के लिए कुछ ज्यादा किया नहीं जा रहा. Why do people do so little about it? ऐसा क्यों है कि लोग इसके लिए ज्यादा नहीं कर रहे? एक तो ये क्वेश्चन है. दूसरा, give your suggestions on how to solve the problem. अपनी suggestions दो कि इस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे सॉल्व किया जाए. Okay, so let's see. This is a problem solution essay. अब प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन ऐसे में ये मत लिख देना कि लोगों को अवेयरनेस नहीं है इसलिए नहीं कुछ कर रहे, बिकॉज टॉपिक में लिखा हुआ है कि ऑल्दो पीपल हैव बीन अवेयर ऑफ दिस प्रॉब्लम, अवेयरनेस वाला पॉइंट नहीं आएगा, और उनको ये अवेयरनेस नहीं है कि वो कारण है एनिमल्स के डाइंग आउट का. ओके, अवेयरनेस है कि एनिमल्स डाई आउट हो रहे हैं, पर लोगों को ये नहीं पता कि उनकी वजह से हो रहे हैं. ये लिख सकते हो. ठीक है. It is irrefutable that people know about the endangered animal and plant species but do not take enough efforts to save them. In the following paragraphs, I'll discuss the reasons why people are so indifferent towards this problem and suggest some methods to address the issue. So, ये हो गया problem solution essay की introduction. There are many reasons why people are doing so little for the protection of animals and plants. The first reason is that people believe that individual action cannot make a big difference. People feel that these problems are too big and only action at the government level or national level can improve the situation. तो ये एक रीजन है लोग जो मतलब नहीं कुछ कर रहे हैं, कि लोगों को ये लगता है कि उनके करने से कुछ होने नहीं वाला, सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट लेवल पे कोई स्टेप्स, बड़े स्टेप्स लिए जाने चाहिए. Secondly, people have become so accustomed to luxuries that they feel incapable of living without them. Although they know that these luxuries like cars, air conditioners, etc. are damaging the environment, they find themselves helpless. तो पहला रीजन है that people feel कि उनके करने से क्या होगा. समझ आ गया point? Not a bad point. Easy point.
Yes, ma'am.
And second reason is कि वो इतना लग्जरीज के यूज टू हो गए कि लग्जरीज के बिना रहना उनको दे कैन नॉट जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट, और इसलिए वो हेल्पलेस फील करते हैं इवन दो दे नो कि इन लग्जरीज की वजह से एनिमल्स और प्लांट्स का नुकसान हो रहा है. ठीक है. In addition, although people are aware about animals and plants dying, they are unaware about how dangerous the consequences of the extinction of animal and plant species can be for humankind. अब उनको ये तो पता है एनिमल्स और प्लांट्स मर रहे हैं, अवेयरनेस है, पर उनको ये नहीं पता इनके मरने से क्या नुकसान होने वाले हैं फ्यूचर में. ठीक है. फॉर इंस्टांस, फिर बैट्स वाली एग्जांपल फिर आ गई. ठीक है. So people are not aware that directly or indirectly they are responsible for extinction of many animals and plants. So basically points देखो सारे animal essays में घुमा फिरा के वही वाले आ जाते हैं. Examples भी डाल सकते हो वाली. ठीक है. The solutions need to be taken at the government level as well as the individual level. At the individual level, there should be awareness of how individual actions can go a long way in bringing a change. For example, people can be told about the difference recycling and reducing their carbon footprint can bring. In addition, the government can force a change in behavior by making strict laws and their strict implementation. For example, plastic use in India has fallen considerably after the government levied heavy fines on plastic use. Summing up, there are many reasons for the lackadaisical attitude, indifferent attitude, lackadaisical. Okay? अब सीख लो word lackadaisical. Lacking enthusiasm and determination, carelessly lazy, taking a lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. ठीक है? So that is it. So taking a lackadaisical approach can jeopardize the success of a project. ठीक है? So this is a good word to learn about animal extinction issues, but actions can be taken to address this situation. ठीक है? Okay. Now this is another essay on animal exploitation, and animal essays are equally important for both the general and the academic students. Equally important. Okay. Some people think people can exploit animals for any purpose they need, while others do not think so. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. So एक तरफ के लोग कहते हैं कि animal exploitation is justified. You can exploit. शोषण कर सकते हो जानवरों का. और दूसरे कहते हैं बिल्कुल नहीं. दोनों डिस्कस करने और अपना व्यू देना है. ठीक है. Let's read this also. Some individuals are of the opinion that we can exploit animals for our benefit, while others hold the opposite view. In this essay, I intend to look at both sides. I personally believe that technology has provided us enough alternatives that animal exploitation can never be justified. अब मेरा मानना है कि टेक्नोलॉजी से इतने ऑल्टरनेटिव्स हैं कि एनिमल एक्सप्लॉयटेशन को कभी हम सही मान ही नहीं सकते. तो मैं कौन सी साइड की तरफ हूँ? सेकंड, लैटर व्यू. ठीक है. Those who say that it is acceptable if humans exploit animals argue that humans are at the top of the food chain and killing animals for food adheres to the law of nature. Also, they say that animals are vital in the medical field. By conducting experiments on animals, researchers have developed treatments to remedy fatal diseases like diabetes, cancer, heart attack, and saved so many human lives. Research on mice, rats, and other animals has led to vaccines for polio, tetanus, measles, etc. On the other hand, there are many reasons why some people argue that it is wrong to cause suffering to humans for the benefit of humans. Suffering to animals for the benefit of humans. Firstly, humans do not need to eat animals to survive. Research shows a plant-based diet contains all the necessary vitamins and nutrients that a human body needs to thrive. Secondly, they say that animals should not be exploited for products like wool, fur, leather, as humans do not require these products. And nowadays, a lot of synthetic substitutes are available. You can say faux leather. Faux leather, pata hai? FAUX, faux leather, which is not
Yes.
leather but looks like leather. Okay. Uh, Finally, they argue that using animals for cosmetic testing is inhumane. कॉस्मेटिक टेस्टिंग के लिए नया शैम्पू बनाया, चलो जी एनिमल्स पे ट्राई करो, रैबिट्स पे, उन पे, वो भी इनह्यूमन है. देयर आर मेनी नॉन एनिमल टेस्टिंग ऑल्टरनेटिव्स लाइक इन विट्रो टेस्टिंग यूजिंग ह्यूमन टिश्यू सेल कल्चर्स, कंप्यूटर मॉडल्स and human volunteers. I believe that it is unacceptable to harm innocent animals as they are sentient beings. What is sentient?
They have emotions, but they cannot express it.
Yes, they have emotions, but they cannot express. ठीक है? All right. So, people can survive on a vegetarian diet, and there are so many for meat options for them who really crave meat. Also, our vanity is not worth the suffering of innocent animals. There are a multitude of cruelty-free cosmetics and household products that are not tested on animals. In conclusion, the lack of alternatives cannot be used as an excuse to justify animal exploitation. It is inhumane and it can certainly be avoided today. So, this is another essay done. Animals. Okay. In the modern world, it is no longer necessary to use animals for food or use animal products, for instance, clothing and medicines. To what extent do you agree or disagree? तो ये ऐसे कह रहा है कि आज के युग में एनिमल्स को फूड के लिए यूज करना, कपड़े के लिए यूज करना, मेडिसिन के लिए यूज करना बिल्कुल जरूरी नहीं है. डू यू एग्री और डिसएग्री? यू कैन स्ट्रांगली एग्री एंड मेक ए वेरी गुड essay. Okay, and you can then give one para on food. फिर वेजिटेरियन फूड की बात कर लो. सेकंड पैरा क्लोथिंग में फॉर लेदर, फॉर सब कुछ आ जाता है. ठीक है. एंड मेडिसिन जो एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन करते हैं या मेडिसिन के लिए भी नहीं जरूरत, बिकॉज कंप्यूटर सिम्युलेटेड मॉडल्स हैं, ह्यूमन वॉलंटियर्स हैं. देयर इज नो नीड टू यूज एनिमल्स फॉर दिस पर्पज ऑल्सो. So you can make 3 very good paragraphs. There's no need to read the essay, or do you want me to read it?
And no need to read that thing.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
points. Yeah. I think this is the last animal essay. Yes. So animal experimentation. This similar essay is there in the GT book also. Some people think that using animals for experimentation is cruel, but other people think it is necessary for the development of science. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So using animals for experimentation पे ऐसे है. कुछ लोग कहते हैं ये cruel है, दूसरे कहते हैं necessary है for the development of science. दोनों views discuss करो and give your opinion. So it is believed by some people that experimentation on animals is not justified, whereas others believe that laboratory animals perform a great service for humans. Basically, आप मुझे बताओ, एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन जो है, जो लोग कहते हैं कि होनी चाहिए, वो क्यों कहते हैं कि होनी चाहिए? वो कहते हैं कि पहले कोई जो ड्रग है, कोई नई ड्रग है, उसको पहले एनिमल्स पे टेस्ट करो, फिर उसको ह्यूमंस को दो, बिकॉज एनिमल्स में नुकसान पता चल जाएंगे जो है, सो दैट ह्यूमंस विल नॉट सफर. दे आर ऑल्सो राइट इन देयर वे. I have a very good example which I studied when I was in the medical college. There is a drug thalidomide. अभी कैंसर के ट्रीटमेंट में भी यूज हो रही है. वॉमिटिंग ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी के लिए इट वाज फाउंड आउट टू बी ए वंडरफुल ड्रग. वॉमिटिंग ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी अभी तक ऐसी कोई वंडर ड्रग नहीं है. जो कई पेशेंट, कई लेडीज बहुत सफर करती हैं ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी बिकॉज ऑफ वॉमिटिंग्स. ये मेडिसिन वाज लाइक ए वंडर ड्रग. प्रॉब्लम बिल्कुल खत्म थी वॉमिटिंग की. बट व्हेन द चिल्ड्रन वर बोर्न दे ऑल हैड सील लाइक लिम्स. आपने सील देखा है जानवर? मतलब आर्म्स और लेग्स मिसिंग थी. पैर नीचे लगे हुए थे हिप्स पे और आर्म्स हैंड्स लगे हुए थे शोल्डर्स पे. अब ये लोग 1952 में ये ड्रग दी गई इनडिस्क्रिमिनेटली और बिना टेस्ट किए. एंड बाय द टाइम इट वाज नोन दैट दिस ड्रग इज द कल्प्रिट, बिकॉज बहुत से बच्चे ऐसे बॉर्न होने लग गए. जब तक पता चला इस ड्रग की वजह से हो रहा है, बहुत नुकसान हो चुका था, ठीक है। सो हैड द टेस्टिंग बीन डन, फिर तो ड्रग को विड्रॉ कर लिया, बट अगर टेस्टिंग की जाती तो ये एग्जांपल एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल है टू गिव फॉर दोज जो जस्टिफाई करते हैं एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन को। ओके। और जो जो कहते हैं नहीं होना चाहिए, वो क्यों कहते हैं? वो कहते हैं एनिमल्स आर सेंटिएंट बीइंग्स, उनको भी दर्द होती है, उनको तकलीफ देने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। ओके। देर आर कंप्यूटर सिमुलेटेड एक्सपेरिमेंट्स, देर आर अदर वेज इन विच यू कैन जस्ट टेस्ट द ड्रग, सो देर इज नो नीड टू डू एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन ऑन एनिमल्स। ओके। और दूसरा वो कहते हैं एनिमल्स आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ह्यूमंस। अब अगर कोई ड्रग का कोई इफेक्ट एनिमल पे है, नॉट नेसेसरी कि सेम इफेक्ट ह्यूमन पे होए। समझ आ रहा है ये पॉइंट?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what they say. So this is those who are against animal experimentation, वो ये कहते हैं, ठीक है। On the other hand, ओके ये हो गया। और जो नीडेड वाले वो मैंने पहले करा दिया। और मैंने ये लिखा अपना पैरा, आई बिलीव दैट एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन इज एक्सेप्टेबल एज द इफेक्ट ऑफ एनी ड्रग कैन बी सीन ओवर जनरेशन। अब मैंने इसका एक पॉइंट ऐसा आगे लाई हूँ जिसकी वजह से मेरे को लगता है कि एक्सेप्टेबल है, क्योंकि अगर हमें किसी ड्रग का इफेक्ट देखना है कि किसी जनरेशन्स पे कितना जाता है, बच्चों से और बच्चों के बच्चों पे कितना जाता है, जैसे जैसे बॉम्ब अटैक्स हुए थे ना हिरोशिमा नागासाकी, तो जीन म्यूटेशंस हो गई थी लोगों में, बड़े बड़ी नुकसान हुआ था। पर वो आगे आगे भी कंटिन्यू हुआ है, कईयों के बच्चों में भी गया है। तो ये भी देखना है किसी ड्रग का अगर इफेक्ट ओवर जनरेशन्स देखना है, तो हमें एनिमल्स की लाइफ स्पैन, जो गिनी पिग है जिस पे टेस्ट होता है, जिस पे एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन होता है, उसको गिनी पिग कहते हैं ना। गिनी पिग छोटा सा एनिमल है। तो ये जो गिनी पिग है ना, इसका लाइफ स्पैन 3-4 साल है। तो 3-4 साल लाइफ स्पैन है, तो ओवर जनरेशन अगर किसी ड्रग का इफेक्ट देखना है तो देखा जा सकता है ना, बट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल ऑन ह्यूमंस। ठीक है। सो दिस पॉइंट आई हैव गिवन। तो इवन इफ ह्यूमंस वॉलंटियर्ड फॉर दिस, तब भी ये बहुत साल लगेंगे। ओके। Summing up, the human need must always come first, and the use of laboratory animals in testing new products made today would help humans enjoy a better tomorrow. मैं ना for animal experimentation लिख दिया, but आप against भी लिख सकते हो, it's your opinion. You can write anything, almost equal points है आपके पास। ठीक है।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have done all the animal essays, and now there is a question answer session. Ask me any doubts that you have. Tomorrow is a big day. Many students of mine have their exam 16th December, and so it's about, we have about 12 students from my Jalandhar center alone who are sitting for the exam tomorrow. Anji, any questions that you have? Next week का agenda बनाओ. What do you want to study from me? I'll prepare that over the weekend.
मैम राइटिंग टास्क 1 में काफी टॉपिक्स रहते हैं
Writing.
पॉसिबल।
ठीक है।
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'll cover writing task 1 next week. essays बहुत कराए हैं, और essays की mostly classes की recordings है। तो जो बच्चों ने नहीं ज्वाइन करा है, they can go और डाउनलोड द ऐप। मैंने उसमें सारी पास्ट क्लासेस डाली हुई हैं अंडर फ्री रिसोर्सेज। ओके। You can go through them one by one with a notebook and pencil in your hand, making notes. Yeah, only yesterday one student was saying कि मैंने YouTube वीडियो देख देख के 100 essays के notes बनाए हैं। Who is that? Are you there today also?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, I am.
So I was like, really, that is very encouraging for me when students have
Yes, ma'am.
benefited from the classes. It's encouraging for me. Feel like doing work, more work then. And there, all these classes
ma'am.
recordings are there, and recordings are as helpful. No, do you agree? They are as helpful
Yes, ma'am.
because that is how
मैम मैं पाकिस्तान से होना तो यहाँ से मैं ले नहीं सकती, तो डेट्स वाई।
नहीं, आप अभी आ रहे हो ना क्लास में।
यस मैम।
ऐसा पर अगर देखो आपको ज्यादा करना है, ओवर 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 1.5 month तो सारा रोटेशन में हो जाएगा, बट मेनी स्टूडेंट्स हैव टू टेक द
यस
एग्जाम
मैम।
soon. So recorded classes are a boon. You can work at your pace. You can work in a fast forward mode. Okay.
ओके मैम।
चलो, all right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Monday.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.